What's going on, everybody? How you all doing? My name is Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ. Man, we got a big game tonight. Another one between the Phillies and the Redbirds. Phillies are 80-67 as they held on to a victory last night, a 5-4 victory, just by the skin of their teeth. They got very, very dramatic in those 8th and 9th innings. Cardinals only got one run home with the bases loaded in both of those innings, and it was an RBI single by Tommy Edman last night. And now the Phillies need to have a good outing from Ranger Suarez, and they just got to be happy that they were able to take the win last night because at this point, a win is a win. A win is a win, and they need to just get the W's. Okay, I saw a stat. that the Phillies are actually, and this is courtesy of John Foley, through 147 games, okay? You look at the 1980 season, they were 80-67 up until 147 games. In 2008, they were 80-67 in 147 games. Both of those years, they won the World Series, and this year, they're 80-67 in 147 games. Don't know if you believe in signs. I don't know, but I thought that was really interesting, and I had to bring that up again, courtesy to John Foley from Twitter. So, Ranger Suarez, last outing he pitched. He went 7 1/3 of an inning and pitched a no-hitter in those innings, and then the Phillies were not able to hold up their end of the bargain. The bullpen struggled. The offense didn't come through when you really needed them the most, and now Ranger has to go out there. And the one thing that I liked about him from the last outing was that when he was throwing the cutters, it was inside, and it jammed a lot of hitters, and his changeup looked really good as well. And Mikolas on the other side of the mound, well, this is a guy who is their ace, if you will, along with Adam Wainwright. But he's 35. He's from Jupiter, Florida. He's 7-11 with a 4.75 ERA, 116 strikeouts, and a 1.32 WHIP. If you look at how he did in his last outing, he went 5 1/3. He allowed 5 earned runs, 2 homers, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. So, yes, the Phillies really need a big outing from Ranger Suarez. That's without a doubt. I think that the main thing for him tonight is just to try to keep the ball in the zone. Also, make sure that you get ahead in counts. That's going to be a really big thing as well. And you don't want to take anything for granted. So Kyle Schwarber will be leading things off. It'll be Schwarber, Turner, Harper, Bohm, Stott, Realmuto, Castellanos, and Marsh. And that is the lineup. And then Rojas, of course, batting 9th as well. So Mikolas is on the mound in 31 starts. He's 7-11, as I mentioned, in 176 innings. Has 116 strikeouts, only 36 walks allowed. Phillies lineup again will look like this. It'll be Schwarber, Turner, Harper, Bohm, Stott, Realmuto, Castellanos, Marsh, and Rojas. What is up, everybody? What's up, Jeevanoots? What's up, Robert? How you doing? Jacqueline's here. Hi, Jacqueline, with a Q. James, tell us a little bit more about the story, because I had no idea. Tell me who he is, and, yes, that's what we'll do. So Mikolas is a guy that tends to go with the sinker and the four-seamer about 25% of the time. He'll throw it about 93 miles per hour. Then he goes with the slider, and the slider has a lot of movement to it. So, he's been really efficient in that sort of regard. I think I know that for next time when I do this, I'm going to have to put this up like that. Okay. All right, first pitch that's in there for a strike, and we are just underway. The 0-1 on the way. That's on the outside corner for a strike as well to Kyle Schwarber. Kyle hitting 197 with 43 homers, 94 RBI. And the 0-2 pitch in the dirt. And that's taken all the way. This is his 147th game that he's played this season. And that does lead the team. He has the most games played on the team. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the 1-2, that's fouled back. Kyle Schwarber against Miles Mikolas. He's 5 for 25 with a double, 2 RBI, a walk, and 7 strikeouts. The count is 1-2. We just got started, and the pitch, grounder, rolled over towards the first base side. It's fouled, though. Hopefully the slider will be hanging today. In regards to Mikolas, yeah. So it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Kyle. Turner waits in the on-deck circle. And in the hole is Bryce Harper. The 1-2 pitch, a grounder, pulled over towards the first base side. Goldschmidt has it, and it'll come across to home plate, or to first base, excuse me. And there's 1 away. Well, it's not what you want to do if you're Kyle. You don't really want to get on top of the ball, but the previous pitch, he did get on top of that, too. It looked like it was the same type of pitch. Phillies offense today. I mean, they were able to get 4 runs in that first inning yesterday. 1 on a 3-run homer by Nick Castellanos. As the first pitch is in there for a strike to Trey Turner. You want to try to see them not only jump out early, but try to have some more fluidity towards the offense. The pitch. Low. As that one's in the dirt. So the count is 1-1. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Mikolas has been in the majors since 2012. Played for 2 seasons with the Padres, 1 for the Rangers, and he was out of the league for 4 years. As the 1-2, that's inside for ball 2. But from 2018 to 2023, he's been with the St. Louis Cardinals. The pitch, grounder, hit over towards the third base side. It's going to go down the line for a fair ball. Goes out all the way out to left field. Turner can fly, and it will stop over at second base with a stand-up double. Just got past the diving stop of Nolan Arenado, and there's a 1-out double by Trey Turner. Just made solid contact. I have no idea why Arenado wasn't playing over towards the third base side. I know that Turner likes to hit up the middle, but that's a little miscued there on the defensive side. Here's Bryce Harper. The first pitch, he grounds this one over towards the first base side, and Dusty Wathan is there to get it. It's a foul ball. Harper hitting .293. He has 17 long balls and 62 RBI. Some people tend to forget that he had a really bad home run drought, and he was stuck at 3 homers for a really long time. The pitch to Harper, that's fouled back. So 13 pitches so far for Miles Mikolas. As we take a look at the defense from 1 through 9 for the Cardinals, it'll be Mikolas on the mound, Contreras over at the plate. And we'll get to the rest of the infield and the outfielders in just a few moments after this pitch. The 0-2 in the dirt and inside, and Harper says hold your horses to Trey. Over at first, it's Paul Goldschmidt. The second baseman is going to be Junel Queracuti. And then over at third, you have Nolan Arenado. At shortstop, it's Mason Wynn. The pitch up high. And from left to right, it'll be O'Neill, Edman, and Walker. And the DH will be Lucan Baker, who had his first career homer the last time he faced the Phillies. The pitch. It's fouled off. What's up, Fisherman Sam? Thanks for coming on here. We appreciate it. Glad that you were able to join us tonight. Imagine if Suarez gets another no-hitter tonight. That'd be wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Harper. 1 out in the top of the first. Turner leads off at second, and the 2-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. He struck out. That slider was over towards the high part of the plate, and he just could not catch up to it. Just was a little bit late. And that'll bring up Alec Bohm. A .278 average, 16 homers, 89 RBI. And there's a picture-perfect pitch for Mikolas on the outside corner for a strike. Crew chief, it'll be Brian Knight calling the balls and the strikes. Dan Merzel's over at first, Corey Blazers at second, and Alex Tossi's at third. The 0-1 outside. Larry's here, man. Larry, thanks for coming on. Thanks for coming on. I really do appreciate that. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. Line drive into left field for a hit. Turner rounding third. He'll come in to score. O'Neill falls, but his throw to home plate is cut off. And Alec Bohm overstepped the bag, and he gets tagged out by Paul Goldschmidt as the throw is made over to first by Mikolas. It is an RBI single, though, by Alec Bohm. The inning is over, as he just was a little confused on whether or not he should go to second base or stay put at first, but that's going to go down as an RBI single. It'll be a 7-1-3 play, though. All right, well, we go to the bottom of the first. Phillies do lead it 1-0, and Ranger Suarez is going out there on the bump. Okay. You missed a win. I mean, like that's what it comes down to. So, but yes. Yes. At least we got one. Says Sam. Yes. All right. James, I'm gonna get to your comment in just a little bit because I want to save that comment for a little bit later. You know, because there's a reason why. It's nothing bad or anything. It really isn't. It's actually, you know, I think it would be apropos. So, Larry is in the building. Yes. So RBI single out at first. All right, Tommy Edman will be leading things off for the Cardinals. So the Cardinals lineup will look like this. It'll be Edman, Goldschmidt, O'Neill, Arenado, Contreras, and then you have Lucan Baker, who's the DH. Jordan Walker is out in right field still. Junio Queracuti is over at second base, or Queracuto, I should say. Excuse me. And then you have Mason Wynn over at shortstop. So Edman's out in center field, just to recap. Goldschmidt's at first. O'Neill's in left, and the third baseman is Arenado. Contreras is catching for Mikolas. Baker's the DH. Walker's in right field. Junio Queracuto is over at second, and the shortstop is Mason Wynn. He's the caboose. First pitch on the way by Ranger. That's a fastball at the knees at 92 miles per hour for a called strike. The ball's 1 strike. Suarez not wasting any time. The 0-1. There's a fly ball. It's hit out to center field. It's carrying a little bit. Rojas backs up towards the warning track, and he makes the catch. And on 2 pitches, there's 1 out. Suarez is 2-6. This is start number 20 for him. His ERA is at 3.93. 104 Ks and 107.2 innings, and 40 walks allowed. He had a really strong outing, though, his last time around, and it just seemed like that the command on all of his pitches was just absolutely incredible. Here's Paul Goldschmidt, a tough customer at the plate who takes a strike. He had a stolen base in last night's game and was 1 for 4 with a run scored. The pitch, inside and high. So there's one out in the bottom of the first, nobody on. Phillies lead it 1-0 on an RBI single by Alec Boehm. The pitch, swing and a miss on a curveball at 75 miles per hour. It was in the dirt on the inside part of the plate. 1-2 is the count. And Suarez winds up, kicks, fires, throws another curveball towards the outside part of the plate, but it's low. Phillies defense. Well, Suarez is on the mound. JT is behind the plate. Harper's at first. Stott's at second. Bohm's at third. And Turner's at short. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. He went with a fastball at 93, and Goldschmidt did not expect it coming right down the pipe. 2 gone in the bottom of the first. Out in left field, you have Brandon Marsh. The center fielder is Yohan Rojas, and in right, it'll be Nick Castellanos, and Schwarber's going to DH. 2 outs, bases empty. Tower O'Neill is due up, and he takes a cutter inside, not by much, at 86. Tower hitting .235 with 9 homers, 21 RBI, did not start in last night's game, and he grounds this one over to shortstop. Going to be a tough play for Turner. He gloves it, throws over to first, and it's just in time to get O'Neill retired. So the side is retired, and we go to the top of the second inning, a 1-2-3 inning for Ranger Suarez. Phillies lead it 1-0, and they're coming back up to bat. Okay. I like the way Rojas just glides under a fly ball, says Robert. Yes, sir. Ohtani to the Red Sox. JJ, what's up, I wonder? JJ, what's up? I wonder what's going on with Shohei Ohtani. I have no idea. I really have not been keeping up with the baseball news today, guys. I'll be honest with you. Doing this, I have to tell you, man, like, as much as I love doing this, sometimes, like, because you're a one-man show, it is really hard to keep up with everything, So sometimes, like, I've learned that I have to take more of a backseat on doing things because I have to realize that I am a one-man show. So, if I miss out on something, please call me out and, like, let me know because I can't do all the studying because it's, like, every day. And now I'm studying for football, too, on top of it. So it's a lot. It's really a lot of stuff. No more mistakes on the bases, please. Need to keep the rallies going. I'm with you on that. All right. So, Shohei Ohtani to the Red Sox. Wow. If who's your source, or are you just making a prediction? I have no idea what's going on with Ohtani. Again, my name is Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ. Hope you're all doing well. Fisherman Sam says just my prediction. Huh, that's interesting. Phillies have 2 hits with a run scored. Here's Bryson Stott, who takes a strike on the outside corner, right above the knees. No balls, 1 strike to Bryson Stott. The pitch by Mikolas, way off the plate. One with a 93-mile-per-hour four-seamer. And I mentioned before, and I'll say it again, that he loves to throw the four-seamer in the sinker. The problem is that sometimes when his pitches are hanging, like that one, as there's a base hit out to left field, it can come back and bite him. There was a hanging slider that Bryson Stott was able to just nail out to left field. And there's a leadoff single by Bryson Stott. Out of control, man. What's going on? Thanks for coming on, man. Thank you for coming on. All right, JT Realmuto is coming up to the plate. Mikolas on the bump, and the first pitch on the outside corner, a slider at 85. It's a called strike by Brian Knight. And JT, I don't think he agreed with the call, but it was a strike. There's no doubt about it. 0-1 is the count. Stott leads off at first base. The pitch. Outside. So that's going to make the count 1-1. There's Ollie Marmol. He's 3-8 in his career versus the Phillies. The pitch. That ball was skied out to right field. Walker gets under it, and he'll make the catch as he took a couple of steps over towards his right, backed up a little bit, and then took about 2 steps or so towards his left. And JT is out. So there's one away. Next batter will be Nick Castellanos. And lifetime against Mikolas, he's 4 for 20. 2 of his 4 hits have resulted in homers. The pitch. That's fouled off. Just hanging with you guys. What's up, June? Did I just say June? I meant to say Jude. I'm sorry, Jude. My bad. My bad, Jude. I apologize, man. Castellanos needs 1 homer to get to his 25th. The 0-1 runner goes, and it's a foul ball. It's just grounded foul. What is up? HD's up. HD is here, too. What's going on, man? Thanks for coming on here. Otani's out for the rest of the season, says Larry. My aunt's here. What's up, Aunt Janice? Throw back over to first. That's not in time. All right, let's move this up. The 0-2 delivery. That's low. Bounces in the dirt, and Stott is able to dive into second base without a throw as he gets another stolen base there. His first one on the night. It was just a really good jump that he had. Stott with 29 stolen bases, needs 1 more to get to 30. Turner has 27. Yep, I just found it. Thanks for spotting me, though. The pitch on the way. It's just a little bit outside. It was at the knees. There's Castellanos' home run, his 3-run homer that he was able to hit last night. It was in the first inning. The 2-2 pitch, ground ball hit over to shortstop, bobbled, and everybody's going to be safe. It's probably going to be ruled as an infield single as Stott goes over to third. But Wynn tried to slide over towards the hole between third and shortstop. And even though Castellanos doesn't run too fast, probably would have been a tough play. So it's an infield single by Nick Castellanos, and Brandon Marsh is due up at the plate. There's runners at the corners. Phillies lead it 1-0. The first pitch, it's way inside, a fastball. I figured it was a single. So that makes the count 1-0. Marsh hitting .283. Mikolas with 32 pitches as the 1-0 pitch. That's bounced foul. Phillies are playing in St. Louis at Busch Stadium. Some interesting historical facts about Busch Stadium. Albert Pujols was able to hit the first homer. It was on April 10th of 2006. As the 1-1, that's taken for a strike on the upper third of the zone. It's known as baseball heaven. The 1-2 pitch barely misses, and Mikolas even puts his hands up saying, "How did I not get the call?" That was pretty close. Could have gone either way. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The homer that was hit by Pujols, that was in the 3rd inning. That was against the Milwaukee Brewers. But the first Cardinal hit was by David Eckstein. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch fouled back towards the left field side. So Yohan Rojas waits in the on-deck circle as the Phillies do lead it 1-0. There's runners at the corners and the 2-2 pitch. There's a fly ball. It's hit out to center field. Going back on it is O'Neill, or Edman, I should say, and he'll make the catch. The runners do tag up, and Stock comes in to score. It's a sac fly by Brandon Marsh, and he hit the ball really square on. And O'Neill is playing out in left field. A little bit shocked there. But Edman was able to make a nice catch. So a sac fly puts the Phillies up 2-0, and the first pitch to Rojas, that's taken for a strike. I didn't know this, but apparently, if you look at the Cardinals' website, from 1902 to 1953, there was an American League team called the St. Louis Browns, who also played in St. Louis. The 0-1 pitch, that's on the outside corner for a strike. But they moved in 1954 to Baltimore. And then they became the Baltimore Orioles. So I had no idea that there were 2 teams there. No balls, 2 strikes to Rojas. The pitch, grounder, hit back up the middle, sliding play, and the throw over to shortstop. It's in time by Quericutto. All right, so the inning is over. Phillies do lead it 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the second on a sac fly. You remember the St. Louis Browns? You must have been really, really young. Another run, let's go. Yeah, I had no idea about them. Interesting stuff. If you're new to the channel, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. I hope you're all having yourselves a fantastic night. We do Phillies baseball, Flyers hockey, Sixers basketball, and Eagles football on here. We will be going on tomorrow afternoon for the series finale, and then tomorrow night, hopefully we're feeling better. I'm still not 100%. I got to be honest, but we're doing this because we got to battle through it, and I'm happy that we're doing it. You know, we're going at our own pace, and we're doing this. So if we do go on tomorrow night, though, I will be having a 1,000 subscriber party because we just reached 1,000 last Sunday, guys. Actually, it was Monday. Hope you feel better soon. Thank you. I appreciate it. I think it's just a cold. Something's going around, you know. That's all it is. So. Okay, Phillies do lead it 2-0. So we head to the bottom of the second inning. Out in St. Louis, Missouri. Oh, that's nice. Somebody put my link in their chat. First pitch to Nolan Arenado. That's taken for a strike at the knees. Looked a little bit low from Ranger Suarez, but he only threw 9 pitches in that first inning. The 0-1 pitch, fly ball. It's out to right field. It's looking foul. It's not. It's not. Arenado hitting .271 with 26 homers, 90 RBI on the season. The 0-2 delivery. There's a fly ball. It's out to left field. It stays up there for a little bit of time, and Brandon Marsh is there to make the catch. So a line out to left field. The pitch was pretty low, and Arenado just was able to dig that one up. That was sort of a shovel swing, if you will. And now Wilson Contreras is due up. A .264 average with 19 homers this season. First pitch on the way, and this at-bat just misses outside. Contreras was a guy who made his MLB debut in 2016 with the Cubs. Was a teammate of Kyle Schwarber's. The pitch. It's inside for ball 2. Yeah, I was going to get to that too. You guys are ahead of me. The 2-0 pitch that's taken for a strike. We're going to talk a little bit about that. Like when we go to the 4th inning. That's when we were going to acknowledge it. Because the 4th inning, I usually like to do those types of things. You know, talk about certain things that are important. The 2-1 pitch. It's fouled off. Contreras is a 3-time All-Star. Of course, we talked about him being a World Series champion. He's now 31 years old. Hard to believe that. The pitch on the way, swing, and a foul ball. Let's see where it went. It was just fouled off. When he was 16, I didn't know this, but Contreras actually began attending a baseball academy in Venezuela. And it was actually run by the Chicago Cubs. The pitch, that's off the plate for ball 3. So he signed with the Cubs as an international free agent back in 2009 and made his professional debut with the Dominican Summer League Cubs that same year. He was 17 and he batted .205. The pitch, that's fouled off. So the count is full. Phillies lead it 2-0 out in St. Louis. 1 out, nobody on in the bottom of the 2nd inning. The 11th pitch of the inning, that's low, it just misses for ball 4. There's the first base runner allowed by Ranger Suarez. We tried to go with a slider, but it just missed. And not by much. It was a good thought. Here's Lucan Baker, who had his first career homer against the Phillies in the last series that they played. First pitch was in there for a strike. Suarez comes set above the letters, looks back over to first. Now back to the plate, back to first again, and the 0-1 pitch on the outside corner for a called strike at 93 on the radar gun. No balls, 2 strikes. Suarez kicks, deals the pitch. Line drive into center field for a base hit. Marsh gets to it out in left center field. And the throw over to third. It's cut off by Turner, but the runner will stop at second. So Contreras stops at second, and it's a single by Lucan Baker, the designated hitter in tonight's game. And that puts 2 runners on. So there goes the perfect game and the no-hitter, if anybody was curious. Jordan Walker will step up to the plate. The first pitch he swings and misses at that one by a mile. I like that curveball that Suarez threw just right there. Just disappeared out of the zone. Jordan Walker, a 273 average for him this season. Is 14 long balls as well. The pitch inside for ball one. He also has 46 RBI, 6 stolen bases, and he has struck out 91 times in 363 at-bats. The pitch just misses outside. Walker looking to get his 100th hit of the season. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the next pitch. There's a fly ball. It's hit out to center field, and Rojas is there to make the run and catch the throw back to second. That's not in time. I didn't think that Rojas was going to get over to it, but he covered a lot of ground out in center field and was playing pretty deep. The ball was hit pretty shallow. Didn't even have to dive or slide, nothing. And there's 2 outs. Speedy Gonzalez, if you will, out in center field. Stott was like, that's your ball. So Walker flies out, and Junior Queracuto is coming up. Oh my gosh. In the minors, batted less than 100. Only 2 RBI. First, the second pitch, he swings and misses at that one. First pitch was in there for a strike. So there's 2 runners still over at first and second. Baker's at first. Contreras is at second base. Suarez is on the mound for the Phillies. Only threw 9 pitches in that first inning, and is getting ready to throw his 21st right here. There it is. It's down low. So that makes the count 1-2. Well, the Reds are taking on the New York Mets in Queens. It's a 1-1 game early on so far as they go to the top of the third. Yankees do lead it 4-3 in Pittsburgh in the bottom of the fourth. The pitch fouled back. Rangers are leading it 1-0 in Cleveland, as Cleveland was able to put up a whole lot of runs yesterday, 12 to be exact. It was 12-0, and with 1 out in the 9th inning, Rangers were able to get 1 run back. The 1-2 delivery, swing and a miss, and Ranger Suarez is able to strike out Queracuto to end the inning. No runs, 2 men left on 1 hit and a walk. We head to the top of the third. Phillies up 2-0. If you guys have not done so, please hit that like button and hit that subscribe button, guys. Liking Suarez's pitching so far. Yeah, I like it too. He's going to the curveball more. Seems like that the changeup is working, and he's not necessarily always going to the fastball. You know, I think that he's going to it a little bit less. I mean, the cutter has been really good too. So, gets out of the jam. Yes, sir. My name's Jason Joseph, guys. If you're new to the channel, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, turn on those notification bell icons too, so that way you know when I upload. The energy's a little bit low today. I do apologize about that, but I'm trying to save it just because I don't really want to project, and I'm trying to learn more about controlling my voice, especially when I'm not feeling my best. So, you know, usually I do provide a lot of energy, even when it comes to these types of games, but, you know, the energy's a little bit low today, but I think that that's fine. We're still making it fun. And we're still making it interactive. All right, top of the third inning we go. Phillies have 4 hits. We're able to get 2 hits in the first. One was a double by Trey Turner, and the other one was an RBI single by Alec Bohm. 34 in the chat. We can get 20 or more likes. Yes, sir. Hit the thumbs up button, guys. Algo people, do your thing. Jude says, thanks for doing this. You sound great. Appreciate you. Thank you for coming on here. We have fun. First pitch to Kyle Schwarber. There's a fly ball. It's hit out towards right center field. Edman gets under it, though, as he goes over towards his left, and he makes the catch as Schwarber just skied that thing out to right center on one pitch. Tell you what, I have to give a shout out to my dad. We have a new pen, and it's so nice. I love it. First pitch that's inside for a ball. So my dad comes in to my room, okay, drops off a couple of things on my desk. As the 1-0 pitch, that was way inside, but it's a called strike by Brian Knight. As Trey Turner's up at the plate. So he comes into my room, he drops something off, and on top of what he drops off this pen. The pitch, fly ball, it's hit out to left field. On the run is O'Neill, and he'll make the catch. So 2 up, 2 down. So he gives me this pen right here. And what's really cool about this pen is he heard on the broadcast the other day that, that I have one red, right? That's this, if you guys can see. This one's blue. Okay, this one's black. And I said that it would be kind of cool if I could have like a multicolored pen. So this one is green, blue, black, and red. I have the red one on. And it's great. I love it. First pitch to Bryce Harper. It's taken for a strike. 2 outs, nobody on. And the pitch, swinging a fly ball. It's out to right field. It's carrying, but it'll stay in the yard as Walker catches it for out number 3. So 3 fly outs, all to center and right field, and the inning is over, and we go to the bottom of the 3rd. It was actually one to left, 1 to center, and 1 to right. But yeah. Shout out to my dad for doing that, because I love it. Hola, JJ, just saying hi. Thank you. What's going on, dude? What's up, Al Bundy? You're the man. I don't think I said blue was on here as well. So, you press, one of these, little levers right here. So, you see this red one. Okay, so if I wanted to get that up, I press one of the other things and it snaps up. And then if I want the blue one, okay, the blue one is right there. That's what I do. And the blue one's down. That's awesome. It's the little things in life that matter. And guess what? I still keep score by hand. That's what we do. That's how I was taught. That's how we do things. Bro, these pens I got when I was in school. They're clutch. Man, if I handwrite something, I remember it better. Even though we had assistive technology. And some of the assistive technology was nice. But again, I think that there's something to be said about still, doing some things the quote-unquote old-fashioned way. Taking notes with a pen. Sometimes it helps. I mean, there's blessings and curses about laptops and iPads and that sort of stuff. You got new crowns, but still color outside the lines. So what's special about those crayons? The Cardinals are coming back up. It'll be Wynn, Edman, and Goldschmidt. That'll be facing Ranger Suarez for his 3rd inning of work. First pitch in this at-bat, the start off the bottom of the third. It's outside. Larry says they taste great. Jokes. The 1-0 on the way. That's a sinker just outside. 2 balls, no strikes. The kick and the delivery. It's in there for a strike at the knees at 91. Phillies have won all 4 games that they've played against the Cardinals. 2-1 pitch. That's off the plate for ball 3. This is a team that historically has given the Phillies a pretty tough time, for sure. 3-1 pitch. There's a line drive into center field. It drops in for a hit. Rojas plays it on a bounce. There's a leadoff single by Mason Wynn. So he's trying to play follow the leader as Bryson Stott led off the top of the third with a single. And Wynn is like, I could do that too. So here's Tommy Edman. He's batting on the right side of the plate. Take that one off the plate for a ball. Edman flied out in the first. His average is at 242. His 12 homers as well. He's representing the tying run. And the 1-0 that's popped up towards the first base side and foul ground. Harper's there, and he makes the catch right by the tarp. It's a big out right there. And also a really good pitch, too, by Ranger as well. One away in the bottom of the third. Here's Paul Goldschmidt. He's batting .271 with 24 homers. 74 runs batted in. First pitch in this at-bat, just a little bit off the plate. So that makes the count 1-0. This is a guy who, lifetime against the Phillies, is batting .246 with 63 hits in 69 games. The pitch, fouled back. He also has 10 homers and 36 RBI during that whole stretch against the Phillies, with 41 runs scored. Only 1 triple. The pitch, inside and high for ball 2. But over his last 5 games against the Phillies, he's batting .158 with a homer and 2 RBI. The pitch, in the dirt for ball 3. So the count is 3-1 to Goldie. On deck is Tower O'Neill. There's 1 out in the bottom of the third inning. Phillies up 2-0. They got an RBI single in the top of the first by Bohm and a sac fly by Brandon Marsh. The 3-1 pitch. Fly ball. It's hit out to left field. It's carrying, going back towards the track, and it hits off the top of the wall. Marsh plays it on a couple of bounces, and the throw to home plate, it's not in time, as Wynn is able to score all the way from first base, and it's an RBI double by Paul Goldschmidt. As he cruises on into second. See where this pitch was. It was right down the middle, fastball. I think it was really supposed to be a sinker, but Goldschmidt stayed on top of it, and it was in his wheelhouse, and he just drilled it out to left. Took a bounce before it hit off the top of the wall. So he's in scoring position. The tying run's at second. We're only in the bottom of the third, though. And Tower O'Neill is due up. His 9 homers, 21 RBI this season. And Suarez kicks, steals. That's in the dirt. Good block by JT. Coming into today, the only two batters to face Ranger Suarez as the 1-0 is up high for ball 2. And there's a conversation that'll be had on the mound with JT and Ranger. The only two batters to face him coming into today on this Cardinals roster are Nolan Arenado and Wilson Contreras. Nice to see you too, man. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for stopping by. There it is. All right, so Shohei Ohtani, unfortunately, is out for the rest of the season. He has an oblique injury. This is a guy who batted .304, which was 9th in Major League Baseball. Had also 95 RBI. He was tied for 10th in that category. And had a 1.066 on-base plus slugging percentage, which was 2nd in all the majors. Number 1 is most likely, if I were to name it off the top of my head, and this is just a wild guess, Ronald Acuna Jr. The 2-0, it's fouled back. Can somebody fact check me on that? So the count is 2-1. And the next pitch, that's fouled off. Matt Olson with an OPS. It's probably Acuna because he gets on base more than Olson does. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the next pitch, swinging a grounder, it's fouled towards that third base side. Oblique is so basically what it is it's a part, okay, that's like right outside of the abdominal muscles, the abdomen, so stomach area. The 2-2, it's outside for ball 3. You side Larry? Okay. Somebody has to fact check that. 3-2 pitch inside, way inside for ball 4. 2 runners on with 1 out. It just seems like his Ranger now has 51 pitches. The first inning was really sharp because he was throwing the cutter, and the changeup was working for him really well. And now it just seems like that he's missing his spots a little bit. And not only that, but the command on the fastball has certainly gone down. Corey Seager, thanks. Thanks for spotting me. 1.065. First pitch to Arenado. It's a fair ball. Grounded hit over to third. The win to the race. That's in time by Alec Bowman. They're just going to get the runner out at third. That was Goldschmidt. So that's just a fielder's choice ground out. Just a 5 ground out. Abdominal muscles or trunk of body. 2 outs, 2 runners on. And the pitch, that's inside and low for a ball. Was that a question, Jude? This trunk of body means something else to me. The pitch, swing and a miss. Texas, I have no idea. I honestly don't know, dude. Cool. One ball, one strike to Wilson Contreras. The pitch, swing and a miss on a curveball at 75 miles per hour. So just to recap, the Phillies do lead at 2-1. We're in the bottom of the third inning. There's 2 runners on, 2 outs. The count is 1-2 to Wilson Contreras. His brother, William Contreras, playing for the Milwaukee Brewers. The pitch, up high and inside for ball 2. He was a former Brave, William Contreras. O'Neill leads off at second. The pitch, high for ball 3. If you just subscribed to my channel, comment who you are down below, man, and I will give you a shout out. This game is just under an hour old. 25 pitches in this inning for Ranger Suarez. 14 balls, 11 strikes. The payoff pitch, swinging a grounder, hit over to third. It's fouled by not too much, though. I mean, like, let's be honest. Okay, a guy that is pitching and hitting, and that did a really good job on both sides of the ball, is probably the best player in baseball. So, just give it to him. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the payoff pitch again, way up high and way outside for ball 4, and Rangers going to load the bases. So back-to-back walks allowed by Suarez. I stand corrected, actually, because I forgot that Arenado grounded out to third. It was a fielder's choice ground out. So here comes Caleb Cotham. There'll be a mound visit. And the bases are loaded in the bottom of the third as Rangers in a little bit of trouble. Lucan Baker, who singled his last time up, he's the next batter that will be stepping up to the dish. Junior Marte is going to start to get loosened up in the Phillies' pen, and this is not what the Phillies hoped for. And you can't be giving away games, too. That's the other thing. I don't know what it is, if it's just fatigue or if it's just miscommunication with JT or what it is. But cannot give up a run here. The first pitch in this at-bat to Baker, that's swung on and missed. Baker is 1 for 2 with the bases loaded this season with 3 RBI. It was a 3-run double. Bases juiced, 2 outs. The 0-1 pitch, a 4-seamer inside and high. So the count is 1-1. O'Neill at third, Arenado at second, Contreras at first. The pitch, just on the outside corner in the eyes of Brian Knight. And Ranger got a little gift. Batters are 3 for 9 against Ranger with the bases loaded this season. The 1-2 pitch in the dirt for ball 2. Dale Fieffi, thanks for subscribing to the channel. Only had 9 pitches in the first. Now has 63, and he's not even out of the third yet. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and a big pitch coming up. Here it is. Swung on and missed for strike 3. And Ranger gets out of the inning as he gets Baker to strike out. And we go to the top of the 4th inning. Only 1 run on an RBI double by Paul Goldschmidt and nothing else to it. Let's go. That was huge. I'm so proud that I had the bases loaded stat up as soon as I said that. See, guys, like, usually, like, when you're doing these things, you know, usually, I mean, at the professional level, it's not always the case, like, when you're doing college games, but at the professional level, you do have spotters that are there to help give you information. Usually that's what it is. Not all teams have that, but like Greg Murphy, who does the pregame show for Scott, usually, even though Scott's on the TV cast tonight, they usually do have, or Greg Murphy usually does spot him during the game. And these are things that I don't expect you guys to know, but as we're doing these things, like, yes, like we're following the Phillies, of course, but like I want you to get an understanding of what it's like from the booth perspective, because I think that that's important. I do, and I think that it brings another element to the cast. So, what's up, Jess? How you doing? Hi, JJ. I subscribed to you on my dad's phone just now. What's up, Dale? What's up, Dale? Am I 420 friendly? I have no idea what that means. I have no idea what that means. We go to the top of the fourth. Phillies lead it 2-1. First pitch to Bohm. That's fouled back. So the count is 0-1. So somebody brought this up a little bit earlier. I figured that now is probably a good time to do it. We'll wait a couple pitches. The 0-1 on the way. It's just grounded foul. That's a no. Marijuana. Nah, dude. Nope. The 0-2 pitch. That's up high for a ball. I've heard a lot of great benefits, though, about it. But, no. The 1-2 pitch. That's fouled back. Mikolas has 50 pitches. The 51st on the way. It's a low for ball 2. It's me, Cameron. Okay, well, that makes sense. That's all you got to say. I'm Cameron. There you go. You did it. You're watching 2 people at the same time. That's awesome. The pitch. That's fouled off. That was a slider at 84. Two balls, 2 strikes. Mikolas kicks, fires. There's a grounder. Hit over to third base. Played on the hop by Arenado. Throws on the run to first. And Goldschmidt is able to get it. And there's 1 out. One away in the top of the fourth, and Bryson Stott is coming up. He singled, scored a run, and also stole a base, too. The pitch. Inside for a ball. Rhino's doing the Phillies game, too? You're joking. The 1-0 pitch. It's at the knees for a strike. So the count is 1-1. Miles is 35 years old. He's from Jupiter, Florida. There's the pitch. There's a foul ball towards the left field side, and that goes way out of play. So I mentioned before that he played with the Padres for 2 seasons, from 2012 to 2013, and then got picked up by the Rangers. And then from 2015 to 2017, he was out of Major League Baseball as the 1-2 that slapped foul. Played for a Japanese professional baseball team that was competing in the Nippon Professional Baseball's Central League for about 3 seasons. The 1-2 pitch that's skied out towards the infield. Win doesn't have to go too far, and he makes the catch. So there's 2 away. And that'll bring up JT. JJ, have you been to any Phillies games this year? Nope. Every Phillies game we've done, it's been on here. 2 outs and nobody on. The first pitch in this at-bat, that's just a little bit down low for a ball. Well, the home road splits for JT have really been a topic of discussion this season. The pitch, that's at the knees for a strike. Mikolas not wasting any time. Getting ready to throw the next pitch as JT is 0 for 1. Flied out in the second, and the 1-1, that's fouled off. On the road this season, JT is batting .313 with 13 homers and 29 RBI, has an OPS of .967 and 17 doubles. The pitch, fly ball, it's hit out to right field as it blows in, and Walker's there to make the easy catch as he catches the can of corn for out number 3. So another 1-2-3 inning thrown by Miles Mikolas as he's able to get 8 men retired in a row. And we head to the bottom of the 4th. Phillies lead at 2-1. My bad, Rhino's not doing the game. I got a notification. I forget who. Yo, JJ, we're all in here. What's up, Frankie? How you doing, man? Thanks for coming on. Again, the energy's a little bit low today because we're trying to keep voice and volume control under command. Because the voice is still not feeling 100%. I feel bad because sometimes, because I'm doing this now almost every day, sometimes I realize that, I want to keep my voice in really good condition for years and years and years and years to come. So, I'm not really a natural talker, which might shock a lot of you guys. I tend to be more of a listener than a speaker. My family's pretty loud. I'm being honest. They do talk a lot, which is not a bad thing at all. But I tend to be the more on the quieter side. But I speak up for myself, but I'm just not naturally loud. You know what I'm saying? But I bring that up because I'm speaking more than I usually tend to. I definitely have to watch my volume sometimes. Not be soup or too conscientious about it, but just monitor it. Go to the bottom of the 4th. Phillies lead at 2-1. And I mentioned before that we were gonna get to some news that broke out about the Phillies today. And that's what we'll do in this inning. As the Phillies are up 2-1. And Jordan Walker, who made the catch to end the top of the 4th, he'll be leading off the bottom of the 4th for the Redbirds. So unfortunately, I got a notification from ESPN, and I read the whole article, that Charlie Manuel did have a stroke. The first pitch that's in there for a strike. He's okay. He hasn't passed or anything. As the 0-1, that's at the knees for a called strike. What's up, Rhino? The 0-2 pitch. It's into left field for a base hit. And there's a leadoff single to start off the bottom of the 4th. What's up, JJ? Don't forget us now that you've hit 1K. Thanks, man. Thanks for coming in, guys. That means a lot. It really, really does. You guys are the best. I love you all. Junio Queracudo is coming up. The Rhino is not extinct. The pitch. It's at the knees for a strike. It's a Queracudo. So Walker's over at first. So John Clark tweeted out, it was about 3 hours ago or so, that Manuel did have a stroke while undergoing a medical procedure. The 0-1 pitch. Fly ball. It's hit out to right field. And under it is Castellanos will make the catch. The Phillies said, quote, the next 24 hours will be crucial to his recovery. And Charlie's family asks that you keep him in your thoughts and your prayers at this time. They did remove a blood clot. So, hopefully he and his family are okay. Again, Charlie Manuel, former manager of the Philadelphia Phillies. First pitch, that's outside for a ball. The 1-0 pitch, that's popped up in foul ground. Harper just runs out of room as it goes over towards the first row behind the Cardinals dugout. Yes. Dallas football girls here. Oh, man. I love you guys, man. It's so nice that you guys have rated on here. Y'all are the best. Linda's here. AAU's here. Thomas is here. We have the whole gang. The 1-1 pitch. Fly ball. It's hit out to right field. Castellanos gets under it, waits for it patiently, and he makes the catch. There's 2 outs now. So Queracuto is retired. So definitely keep Charlie in your thoughts and prayers tonight, as this is a guy who really meant a lot to the team that ended up winning the 2008 World Series championship. Always a player-friendly type of a guy. Loved his press conferences. The first pitch is outside for a ball. Shout out to also Howard Eskin, because some of the stuff that they had back and forth during media press conferences, it was always funny. Always cracked me up. With a 1-0 pitch, it's inside for a ball. Steven, thanks so much, man. I appreciate that. Card crazed, I appreciate that too. You guys are the best. 2 balls, no strikes. Ranger looks back at first, and the 2-0 pitch. That's at the knees for a called strike. Got to see Charlie when I was really young. I was selected to play for the Junior Phillies Baseball Club and go onto the field. That was really cool. It's the 2-1 pitch. It's down low for a ball. Didn't really have an interaction with him, but somebody that was there. There was a little kid that was a little shy and was by himself. Charlie goes over to him, and he says, go get him, Tiger. You got this. Go hang out with people. He didn't say that, but that's basically what it was. The 3-1, there's a line drive, hit over to third, as Bo makes the catch, and the inning is over. We go to the top of the 5th. Nice catch, this Sam. Yep. What's up, Remmost? Host of show, Dodgers or Mariners later tonight. Who you got? My name is Jason, man. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Hope you're doing well, man. We do Phillies baseball, 76ers basketball, Flyers hockey, and Eagles football on here. So if you love my content, please make sure you like and subscribe. As far as your question, Dodgers or Mariners tonight? I don't know, man. I really haven't. I'll be honest with you. I really don't like making predictions on here. I don't know why. It just doesn't sit like really well with me, like when I'm calling a game. But I'd probably say Dodgers tonight. I'd probably say Dodgers for sure. It's 8:27 p.m. Eastern Time. Coolio. Like it up. Yes, sir. Sub it up. There we go. That's how we promote. I like that. One of my friends was on live doing Mario Kart racing. Guys, we have a little bit of news. It's actually really cool, and I'm happy that I'm going to make this announcement. Okay? And I thought that now's the good time to do it. As Nick Castellanos comes up to the plate, because we want good timing. Nick Castellanos. This is why we're doing this. All right, you ready? Because I am. So Mikolas is out there on the bump, and the first pitch to Casty grounds that one foul towards the third base side. So this week, okay, and I will make this announcement too tomorrow. One of the things that I like to do is I love going onto other people's streams, out of markets, just interacting with people while they're live, and, you know, see who's in the chat and whatnot. First pitch, or the second pitch, is inside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Castellanos, and the 1-1 pitch. Check swing, did he go? First base umpire Dan Merzell says no. So, when the Phillies played the Braves last week, I was tuning into somebody else's live stream a little bit after the game, and I went on to their chat, and sometimes, you know, like I looked at them before, and I would say hi and interact with some people. 2-1, that's fouled off. So, when the Phillies do play the Braves next week, on Tuesday, we're going to be doing a collab. The 2-2, there's a grounder hit over to third. Arenado throws it over to first, and that's in time. And there's 1 out. We're going to be collaborating with Braves Country HD, okay? Has over 7,000 subscribers. We're gonna do play-by-play, okay, for the home team for each half of inning. And we're going to switch. And, you know, he's been doing this for about maybe 2 years or so. He's really good at what he does. And I think it's so important for us to just branch out to other people. And that's something that I've been doing behind the scenes as well that you guys don't see. So I'm really excited that that's what we're going to be doing for a game on Tuesday night. We finally decided on it yesterday, and I thought that today would be the perfect time to bring it up. The 0-1 pitch, that's in there for a strike. So Brandon Marsh is up. Mikolas comes set, winds up, delivers the pitch. Grounder, hit right through the hole into right field for a base hit. And Brandon Marsh is able to get on with a 1-out single. It's going to be on both of our channels, so you'll be able to access both feeds, right? And, you know, there's not going to be a delay or anything. That was the one thing I was a little concerned about. But we have a TV up here. We have a monitor over here. So if we're having internet problems, we can always use the TV, which is nice. Pitch to Rojas. Line drive into right field for a base hit. Walker gets to it. Marsh will slide into third base as Arenado was able to play the ball on a couple of bounces. And there's back-to-back singles for Rojas and Marsh. I guess the good timings don't work for Nick Castellanos. It's just bad timings. But yes, so we're going to be collaborating with Braves Country on Tuesday night. We're doing the Phillies and Braves game, and we're splitting the play-by-play duties. So when the Braves are up, I'll be doing the color. And when the Phillies are up, I'll be doing the play-by-play for the Phillies. Now, I probably won't be interacting with you guys as much, so don't take it personally for that night because, you know, this is something special that we're doing. And I think it's so important to network with other people on here. I really do. I've always believed in the power of networking. No balls, 1 strike to Kyle Schwarber. Schwarber batting .209, with 2 doubles, 13 homers as well. Phillies do lead at 2-1. The pitch. It's in there for a strike to throw to second base to get Rojas. That's not in time. Wynn's looking over towards the Cardinals dugout to see if they want to review this. And they decide not to. So that puts 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out in the top of the 5th inning. It's a pretty good throw, too, by Contreras, but Rojas was able to just get that left hand in there. So again, it's just going to be for 1 game. But I thought, why not? Why not try to get more people to come on? The pitch. It's fouled back right behind home plate. And the count is now 1-2. If you guys are new, please make sure that you like and please make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Got 31 likes, 35 people on here. Make sure you guys do that. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Kyle. 0 for 2 tonight. Still looking for his first hit of the series. The pitch. Fly ball. It's fouled. Off towards the left field side. Mikolas threw 20 pitches in the first and second inning each. And the 1-2. Good take by Schwarber. He just lays that one off. It was a little bit low. Time Mikolas went with a slider. That was not a bad pitch whatsoever. It was a really good pitch, too. But just an even better take. Rojas at second. Marsh at third. The 2-2 pitch. Fly ball. It's out to right field. And it is a fair ball. It's gone. Just goes into the first row. And Kyle Schwarber puts the Phillies up 5-1 on a 3-run home run. And they're up 5-1. It was a rocket that was hit out to right. I thought it was going to hook foul, but it just stayed fair, and it barely got over that wall. Two good small at-bats to set the table up for a big at-bat. Sick. Here comes Trey. Takes a strike on the first pitch. The 1-1 on the way. It's popped up. Hit out towards shallow right field. And making the catch is Queracuto for out number 2. Anybody won anything, says Sam. I'm going to Wawa. Yeah, I'm sure that I'll definitely take a Kyle Schwarber from Wawa. That sounds good. I'm walking to Wawa. That's funny. Harper is due up. First pitch. There's a fly ball. It's hit out to left field. That's going back towards the track and just stays in the yard as O'Neill will make the catch right on the track. So the inning is over. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Phillies do lead at 5-1 on a monster shot by Kyle Schwarber. It was a rocket. Gabe 40. We're already at 30. All right, see you guys really soon. I'm going to take a step off because I need a break. One ball, no strikes to Paul Goldschmidt as we head to the bottom of the fifth. The 1-0 pitch that's fouled back. There we go. We have some breathing room, that's for sure. Absolutely. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike. So in case you guys did not hear the news, next week on Tuesday night, we're going to be collaborating with Braves Country. Okay, both the games will be available on both of our streams. Okay, Braves Country has about 7,000 subscribers. He does an awesome job with his fan base, and we want to collaborate with other people. And I think that that's really cool. I'm excited about it. I really am, because we're ready to take the channel to the next level. The 1-2 on the way. That's outside and low for a ball. It's a ball, Goldschmidt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The kick and the pitch. Line drive. Played on the hop by Bryson Stott. Throws over to first, sidearm. It's in time. There's 1 away. Oh, I figured you were being serious about going to Wawa, my guy. Go do what you got to do. Go get yourself a Schwarber. One out, Tyler O'Neill comes up. That goes in and out of the glove on a foul ball. To JT. 0-1 is the count. Suarez gets set at the letters, kicks, and the 0-1 offering on the outside corner for a strike. The 0-2, grounder, hit back towards the mound. Nice play by Ranger, showing off his athleticism. He throws it over to first. And there's 2 outs. Well, that's just a good play by Ranger. It was hit pretty low. It almost got past him, and Ollie had to turn his glove over towards the other way and make a play over towards his left side of the mound. And now Arenado is due up. And the first pitch, that's fouled off. Ranger, when you look at his home road splits, at home he has a 4.94 ERA. And on the road, he's 2-3 with a 2.89 ERA. The 0-1, it's in there for a strike. He's still technically looking for his first win at home, which doesn't really get talked about a whole bunch. Of course, the Phillies are not at home tonight. 2 outs, nobody on. The 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called on the outside corner at 93, and Nolan Arenado goes down looking. And we head to the top of the 6th. Phillies lead it 5-1 against the Redbirds out in St. Louis, Missouri. Nice. JJ's doing a fantastic job here. Thank you. Thanks, Jude. It really means a lot to me. You know, I got to tell you guys, I like doing this a lot. There's blessings and curses when you have color commentators, and I think that in some ways, this medium is also really cool too. And I can see that this is going to take over, and this could be this thing has a lot of growing to do, but you know, we see a lot of people on here having watch parties, or some people say that they're doing the play-by-play, but they aren't fair for both teams, right? Some people do an awesome job at that, but they don't get recognized as much. So I like the interaction with people on here. Okay, the one thing that I am trying to work on is sometimes I might not get to all your comments because the first priority is always the play-by-play, because we have people that are driving, people that are, you know, cooking, and they can't see the game, so we have to do that as number 1. But this is what gives it flavor, right? This is what gives it juice, if you will. This is the icing on the cake, right? You have the batter, and the regular part of the cake. And then in order to give it flavor, you gotta get some some icing. And sometimes you want to put ice cream with the cake, and that's like the cherry on top, if you will. That's what we do. And I think that is what makes this so awesome. Lost the whatchamacallit. There it is. Oop, I dropped it. Okay, there we go. Cool. Exciting. All right, Mikolas still on the mound as we go to the top of the 6th. It's Roger Hornsby out at the wall. Count was 1-0, and the pitch. That's fouled off. Excuse me. So Bohm's up. He's batting in the cleanup spot tonight. And he takes the 1-1 inside and high for ball 2. Donna says exciting. What about the Braves Country collab? Yeah, I'm excited about that. I really am. Wish Schwarber would move out to California. The 2-1 pitch. Ground ball into right center field for a base hit. Walker gets to it as he plays it on the ground. And Alec Bohm will lead off the top of the 6th with an opposite field single. Phillies didn't really have too much offense in that 3rd and 4th inning. Actually, there were 8 batters in a row that were retired by Mikolas. Stott led off the 2nd inning with a single and eventually would score on a sac fly that was hit by Brandon Marsh. The first pitch is in there for a strike. Just at the knees. No balls, 1 strike, and the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. That was a big pitch right there. Miles has 87 pitches. Still hasn't recorded an out yet in the 6th. No balls and 2 strikes. Bohm leads off at first base. And the 0-2 delivery. Grounder hit over to second base to flip over the shortstop. There's 1 to throw to first. Not in time. Bryson Stott barely beats it out by half a step. This is why you love him, because even though he grounded out there into a fielder's choice, it could have been a double play, but even though the ball wasn't hit in the best spot, this is what separates him from other kids around his age. He's just able to recognize, you know what, I have to do something else. I can't get mad at myself over it. I have to run to first and beat out that throw. So Bohm singles, Stock rounds into a fielder's choice, and the catcher JT is up. Mikolas comes set, lines up, delivers. That's fouled off. So Realmuto hitting .251 with 18 homers and 56 RBI. No balls, 1 strike. Mikolas with pitch number 90 coming up, but he'll throw it back over to first base before he does that. Mikolas, in 6 appearances against the Phillies, coming into today, is 2-2. As the 0-1 pitch, that's fouled off. He has a 3.98 earned run average against the Phillies with 17 strikeouts. The last time that he faced the Phillies was on August 25th. And he went 6 innings, allowed 8 hits, 5 earned runs, only had 3 strikeouts. The pitch, swing and a foul tip into the glove for strike 3. So that's only the 2nd strikeout for Miles. And there's 2 outs. Tuesday. Yep. It's Tuesday. We're in the top of the 6th. Castellanos comes up and will foul off the first pitch. Nick's 1 for 2, singled in the second. His 24th homer last night in the first inning. Phillies were able to get 4 runs. He had a 3-run homer. Mikolas gets set at the belt. Lines up from the stretch and the pitch. Fly ball. It's hit out to center field. And getting under it is Tommy Edman over towards his left. And he makes the catch. And that's the third and final out of the inning. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. The Phillies lead it 5-1. Cardinals coming back up. Yeah. So, again, if you just tuned in, okay, I did make an announcement in the 5th inning that on Tuesday night I'm going to be collaborating with Braves Country, okay? Look up his channel. He does an awesome job. He has like over 7,000 subscribers. And he reached out to me because he saw that I was coming onto his chat a couple of times. And was curious to get to know me a little bit more. So he DM'd me on Twitter. We had a nice little back and forth conversation. And he thought it'd be really cool to do this. And I said, sure, absolutely. I would love to do it. So what we're going to be doing is we are going to be alternating play-by-play and color commentary roles. And we will be doing it for, for each so when the Braves are up to bat, I'll be on color. When the Phillies are up to bat, I'll be on play-by-play. So we'll alternate in between innings. You'll be able to see us both. You'll be able to access the game on my channel or on his channel. And on his channel too. It's just going to be a little bit different. I won't be interacting with you guys as much because, of course, I have a color commentator and, definitely want to try to use that to my advantage. No offense to you guys. I love you guys, but, he treats it more like it's a radio call, and he doesn't really use the live chat as much. His style is a little bit different. But it's just really important to just collaborate with people and to just, get more people to tune in. And it only helps the brand. It only helps, period. So, you'll be able to see us both. The setup will look a little bit different. But I'm really looking forward to it. And I hope you guys are too. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Contreras is up, and he'll foul off the first pitch. Sounds fun, says JCR. Yeah. I think it'll be nice. I would have never imagined, guys, doing this 9 months ago that I'd be doing this like almost full time. Ranger's out there on the bump. Contreras is up at the plate. He's walked twice against Ranger. He takes the 1-1 outside. Ranger has 91 pitches. 55 of them have been strikes. And 36 have been balls. The 2-1 offering inside and low for ball 3. Even we were literally just at 30. The pitch. Outside again for a ball 4, and that's the 3rd time tonight that Contreras has walked against Ranger. The only other person that's walked is Tyler O'Neill. Comes Baker, who takes a strike right down the pipe. So it's no balls, 1 strike. It's probably going to be Rangers' last inning of work, I assume. The 0-1 pitch up high and outside for a ball. So Lucan Baker is 1 for 2, singled in the second. There's 1 homer and 4 RBI as well. The 1-1 on the way. Swing gonna miss on a curveball at 74. Just a little bit low. The 1-2 pitch to the 26-year-old. Just a hair outside. Not by much. Made his professional debut back on June 4th this season. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Baker. Suarez kicks, fires the pitch. Just fouled off. It was a little bouncer that was hit right back towards the plate. The Astros actually selected him in the 37th round of the 2014 draft, or 2015 draft. The 2-2 pitch. There's a fly ball. It's hit out to right field. It's carrying. It's going back towards the warning track, and Rojas just has enough room, and he'll make the catch. Covers a lot of ground. And Johan Rojas just flying out to right center field. Beat Castellanos to the punch. And there's one away. This is a guy, too, that also went to Oak Ridge High School in Conroe, Texas, and competed in the Junior Home Run Derby at Target Field. He then won the Home Run Derby at the Under Armour All-America Baseball game. And he was named the Gatorade Baseball Player of the Year as a senior. Here comes Jordan Walker as Baker is retired. 1 ball, no strikes. 100 pitches for Suarez. And the 1-0, it's popped up. Hit out towards the first base side in foul ground. Harper has just enough room, and he'll catch it for the second out. So if you are just tuning in, the Phillies lead at 5-1. Phillies are 80-67. They're 2.5 games above the Chicago Cubs in that wild card standings for the first wild card spot. Phillies were able to get on the board first with an RBI single by Alec Boehm in the first. They also got a sac fly from Brandon Marsh in the second. The pitch, swing and a miss. Cardinals would then get one back in the bottom of the third on an RBI double by Paul Goldschmidt. Ranger Suarez had the bases loaded, but was able to get out of that jam. The 0-1 on the way, swing and a miss. A curveball at 76 miles per hour to Junior Quiracuto. Phillies then got a 3-run homer by Kyle Schwarber off of Miles Mikolas in the top of the 5th. The 0-2 on the way. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt. Walker, as a junior in high school, went to Decatur High School as the 1-2 is inside for ball 2. He is from Stone Mountain, Georgia, but in his junior year of high school, he batted .519 with 17 homers and 60 RBI and 24 stolen bases. The pitch. Strike 3 called. Yep, strike 3 called on the inside corner, and we go to the top of the 7th inning. As Ranger Suarez gets out of it, and the Phillies are coming back up. It was a little bit late there. But all right. Rangers gave us 6 solid innings. I wouldn't say that they were solid. Okay, it got a little stressful, but you got the job done. Guys, it's time for our Phillies trivia question. All right? If you're new to the channel, what we do is we ask a Phillies trivia question in the top of the 7th inning, and if you get the question correct, you'll hear this. If you get the question wrong or incorrect or not right or any other word, that's what you'll hear. Okay? Comment your answers down below. We'll go through each and every one of your answers as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning, okay? But before we do that, we got to find a question. This is what we're going to do. Okay? So here's what I want to know. Okay. I want to know, how many wins do the Phillies have against the St. Louis Cardinals lifetime? Okay? How many wins do the Phillies have against the St. Louis Cardinals in their franchise history? I think that's a good one. How many wins do the Phillies have against the Cardinals in their franchise history? Comment down below. It's a tough one. I will let you know if you're close. But I know some people are going to look it up. So that's why we kind of have to be a little tough on this as well. All right, so Mikolas, his night is done. We have a new pitcher coming in for the Cardinals. But Mikolas allowed 5 runs in 6 innings on 8 hits. And Brandon Marsh will be leading things off in the top of the 7th. I was looking at the chat. First pitch is up high for a ball at 96. So Palante is out there. He pitched last night. He's back at it again. 1 ball, no strikes. And the 1-0, that's off the plate to Brandon Marsh, who had a sac fly in the top of the 2nd. So Andre Palante, this is his 58th game that he's pitched in this season. In 61 innings, has a 5.16 ERA. The 2-0 delivery, line drive into left field for a base hit. And Marsh gets on with an opposite field leadoff single. Just a solid piece of hitting by Marsh. He went the other way with it, followed through on the fastball. It was coming inside. It was more out towards the middle inner part of the plate. Just got the barrel on it and hit it really sharply on the nose. And now Yohan Rojas will step up to the plate. Rojas is 1 for 2 tonight. First pitch, he shows bunt, and it's back over towards the mound. The sacrifice is complete, and the throw over to first, that's in time. Rojas, who was struggling with bunting, was able to put up a good bunt right there. That's what you want to see. A little bit of some small ball action. And here comes Kyle Schwarber, who homered his last time up. Hit a 3-run homer off of Miles Mikolas. There we go. First pitch to Kyle. He takes that one up high and way outside. His homer that he had in the 5th was his 44th of the season. He needs 3 more RBI to reach the century mark. The pitch at the knees on the inside corner for a strike at 96 miles per hour. Phillies are looking to go 5-0 this season against the Cardinals as they lead at 5-1. Marsh leads off at second. Palante kicks, deals that pitch. Fouled off towards the left field side. It goes out of play. And now Junior Marte and Jeff Hoffman are warming up in the Phillies bullpen. 2 guys that love wearing that blue glove. It's funny. It looks cool, but it's a little bizarre. The 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 called on the outside corner at 97 miles per hour. And Schwarber heads back to the dugout. He knew it was coming and just did not take a chance on it. Took a big gamble. Here comes Trey Turner. 2 outs, a runner at second. First pitch grounder, hit back up the middle. Played on a couple of hops, though, and the throw to first. That's in plenty of time by Queracudi. And the inning is over. The side is retired, and we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. So Mason Wynn, Tommy Edman, and Paul Goldschmidt will be up as it is stretch time at Busch Stadium. Okay. All right. I want to know, okay? Again, the question is, in case you missed it, how many wins do the Phillies have against the St. Louis Cardinals? Okay, that's the question. You can comment your answers down below. That's all I'm going to say. All-time wise. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Sam says 117. Under 17, that's low. They played them a lot of times. 301, says my dad. Still not even close. 743, says Larry. That's incorrect, too. 988. I'll tell you what, Tim is actually really, really, really close. Larry says 666. 217. No. Yeah, Tim was really, really close. Almost on the money. 880. Even if you said 980. No. Not correct. 986. Nope. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. All right, Jeff Hoffman's going to come into the game. We'll keep this going. 990. No. 910. Tim was really, 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 really close. Like, think about his first answer. It was really, really close. 991. You're getting further away. The pitch. It's on the outside corner for it's called a ball. Nope. Nope. And nope. 986. Nope. Hoffman has a 2.25 ERA and the 1-0 pitch that swung on and missed. One more guess. Then we got to get back to the action. So Wynn is 1 for 2 with a single in the third. He also scored a run as well. The 1-1 up high and inside for ball 2. 980. Nope. 982 wins. That's what it was. Phillies are 982 and 1240 all time against the Cardinals. Thank you for playing Phillies Trivia. 3 balls, 1 strike. As the next pitch was inside. Tim was so close with his first guess. It's just 4 off. 982 wins, 1,240 losses against the Cardinals all time. The 3-1 pitch, inside and high for ball 4. So Wynn draws a walk, a leadoff walk. And Tommy Edman is due up. Oh, man. Tim, thanks for playing Phillies Trivia. You were really close, man. You won that one. There's nobody out in the bottom of the 7th. There's a runner over at first. And the pitch. That's at the knee. Is a slider at 87 miles per hour. My goodness, that had a lot of good movement to it. So Edmonds 0 for 3 with a flyout, a foul out, and a line out. The ball is 1 strike. Hoffman kicks, deals the pitch, swing and a miss. That splitter looked really good as well. Even Tommy Edman bought it. It was outside, and it just, I think he was expecting a fastball and just swung right through it. And it ended up being lower than he expected. Thank you, so close. Oh man, dude, that was a great guess. Phil's first ever sports team to 10,000 losses. You mean 1,000? The 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called at the knees. A splitter that just froze up Tommy Edman. That may have been one of the best splitters that he's thrown this season. I tell you, that was really filthy. Man, just had him guessing right there. And didn't know what to do. And he goes with a fastball this time at 97. Right down the pipe. The ball is 1 strike. And the pitch. That's fouled back. 98. His fastball has really been sharp, but the splitter, man, oh man, just looks absolutely filthy. A runner at first. No balls, 2 strikes. Hoffman versus Goldschmidt. Righty on righty. 2 seconds left on the pitch clock. The 0-2. That's low. And taken all the way in the dirt. The Reds lead it 3-2 out in Queens in the top of the 6th inning. Phillies will take on the New York Mets next weekend for a 4-game set. The 1-2 pitch just missed outside. Barely. Oh, man. They wanted that call and almost got it. Astros trail 4-3 against the Royals. White Sox are up 7-1 against the Twins. The 2-2 on the way to Goldie. Fouled off. Brewers are up 5-2 against the Nationals. They're starting to get more of a comfortable lead against the Chicago Cubs in that NL Central. They're up 5 games. Cubs and Diamondbacks. That's a big series. They're in the bottom of the 4th. There's a runner at 3rd, and it's scoreless out in Arizona. The 2-2 pitch. Fouled back again, and the count is still at 2-2. Rockies are beating the Giants 4-1 in the bottom of the 4th inning. Tigers and Angels are scoreless. We also have the Tampa Bay Rays, who are getting shut out against the Baltimore Orioles 8-0. And they're down to their final 3 outs. 2-2 pitch, another foul ball. That was on a slider at 87 miles per hour. Pirates trail 6-3 against the Bronx Bombers in the bottom of the 9th inning. And those are all the scores that we have so far. Now, the Guardians did beat the Rangers again. Guardians won 2-1. The 2-2 to Goldschmidt. That's low. Padres ended up beating the Oakland A's today 5-2. Blue Jays won 4-3 against the Boston Red Sox. Rockies beat the Giants in the first game of the doubleheader by a score of 9-5. And the Marlins ended up beating the Braves 11-5. Scored a lot of runs in that 8th inning. The 3-2 pitch, another foul ball. And what a battle it's been between Goldschmidt and Hoffman. Certainly has been working up his pitch count. That's the name of the game. It's 9:13 p.m. Eastern Time on the East Coast. 9 pitches in this at-bat. 5 of them have been fouled off. Who will win the battle? The payoff pitch by Hoffman. Fouled off again. And Goldschmidt stays alive. Goldschmidt trying to just keep his head in there. Hoffman, give Goldschmidt credit for working up a good at-bat here. The question is, what do you go with here? Go with a splitter or a fastball or what? The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He went with a fastball that was up high and way inside, and Goldschmidt bought into it, and he strikes out. And Hoffman is able to get the W in that battle. Just headed towards the eye level, and Goldschmidt swung right through it. So back-to-back strikeouts. And Tyler O'Neill, who grounded out the shortstop, also walked. And he's 0 for 2. He's coming up. And that pitch is way outside and low. Boy, what an epic battle that was. If you're new to the channel, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. The 1-0 offering, swing and a ground ball hit right back towards the mound. Hot shot to Hoffman, and they'll make the underhanded toss over to first as he runs over towards the bag. And Hoffman's able to make the catch and tag the bag for out number 3. So Jeff Hoffman is able to do a pretty good job as the side is retired. We go to the top of the 8th inning. Phillies lead at 5-1. Cool. Sip of water time. Fisherman Sam wants to know if I like the game. Sometimes I play on the PS4. Not really too much now. Used to play Fortnite. I used to play 2K and Madden. I don't really do it a whole lot now. Never really made it too far with the my players and all that sort of stuff. But I'm not really much of a gamer. We're so close to getting 40. All right, let me take a quick step off. I'm going to stretch really quickly. See you soon. Okay. All right. Bryce Harper will lead things off in the top of the 8th. And Palante will throw it low. So Palante is out there for his second inning of work. 1 ball, no strikes to Bryce. And the 1-0 pitch just misses down low. Bryce is 0 for 3. He has struck out, lined out, and flied out tonight. The 2-0 pitch just taken for a strike. Bryce is hitting .342 against the Cardinals with 12 homers and 49 RBI in 58 games played against them. The 2-1, little bouncer, hit over to first base. The flip over to Palante, it's in time. And he will win that race to the bag for the first out. Stayed on top of a slider, it looked like. Just didn't make the best contact. Comes Alec Bohm with one out. The bases are empty in the top of the 8th inning. And he takes the first. Pitch that he sees low. Alec is 2 for 3 with a single back in the 6th inning. 1 ball, no strikes. The kick and the pitch by Palante, swing and a miss. Big one right there. Bohm certainly did get fooled on that pitch. 1 ball and 1 strike to Alec. And the 1-1 ground ball hit back towards the mound, but off the foot and into the second baseman's glove, and the throw over to first, it's in time. It took a really wild bounce. It's a little bit behind on the action, but it was hit back up the middle towards the mound, bounced off of the back leg of Palante over to second. It was a good throw by Quaracuti over to first. Now Bryson Stott's due up. Two outs, nobody on. Stott takes a fastball at 98 at the knees on the outside corner. So Andre Palante is 24 years of age. He will have a birthday in 2 days. The 0-1, low, and also outside for a ball. He's from Mission Viejo, California. Over his last 7 days, has a 3.1 innings pitched. And the 1-1, there's a grounder hit over to second, throw over to first. That's in time, and the inning is over. And the Phillies go down in order. 1, 2, 3. Go the Phillies. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning in St. Louis, Missouri. All right, that wasn't really much of a break. I need to take another step off, guys. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, turn on those notification bell icons, so that way you know when I upload. I'll be right back. All right, my name is Jason Joseph, guys. If you're new to the channel, I encourage you all to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe. If you would like to donate, you're more than welcome to do so. Just hit the super chat button down below, and feel free to do that as well. The link tree, that's posted in the live chat comments. It's pinned. It should be pinned at the top. If not, it's in the description. So you can follow Play by Play with JJ on all the social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. If you look at my screen right now, and if you see all the icons towards the right side, all my socials, there's my email on there as well. That's how you can also follow on all the platforms. So now Junior Marte will head out to the mound and pitch for the Phillies as we're in the bottom of the 8th. We'll talk a little bit more about him in just a little bit. Nolan Arenado will be matching up against him. He's 0 for 3 tonight. And the first pitch, there's a line drive, played on a bounce by Bohm over towards his counterpart. And the throw over to first. That'll get Arenado out. Just makes that look so easy, too. Really nice play. Wilson Contreras be the next batter who will try to get a hit off of Marte here. He's walked 3 times tonight against Ranger Suarez. Marte's first pitch misses inside. Wilson has 19 homers this season. He's driven in 66 runs. And the 1-0 on the way. That's in there for a strike at 97. Those red cleats look absolutely awesome on Junior Marte. It looks so cool. The leg kick and the pitch. Strike called right at the knees on the inside corner. It's now 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 on the way. It's outside and low. So Marte has a 4.86 ERA, 34 strikeouts. He's 28 years old now. His last outing, he went 2/3 of an inning against the Braves, didn't allow a hit. The 2-2 pitch. Line drive into left field. It's going to go all the way towards the wall. Marsh gets to it, and Contreras will jog on in to second base as the throw is cut off by Turner. Yeah, he just threw a little mistake. It was a fastball that was right at the, let's see where it is, just on the replay here. Yep, just missed its spot. Came out a little bit flat, was at the knees, out over towards the center of the plate, and he got a good one to hit. 1 out and a runner over at second. The pitch, it's outside for a ball. It's a slider at 85. Is the chat still here? Or did my thing break? Let me know. The 1-0. It's low for ball 2. Actually, I can just check it right here. Nope. Okay. Good. So the chat's working. Here's Alec Burleson, who's pinch hitting. He got the start last night. 2 balls, no strikes. Marte kicks, fires, and that's way outside. So Burleson is pinch hitting for Lucan Baker. Got the start today as the DH. Three 0 is the count. Contreras leads off at second. The pitch on the outside corner at 96 miles per hour. It's a called strike. And Marte still stays in the battle here. Phillies will wrap up this 3-game set tomorrow afternoon at 2:15 p.m. Eastern Time. The 3-1, it misses low, and Burleson will go over to first base as he draws a 1-out walk, and Contreras will just stay put at second. Phillies also have Fan Appreciation Day on September 24th against the Mets. That'll be at 1:05 p.m. Eastern Time. So that should be interesting for sure as well. Fans over 15 and older receive a 2024 schedule magnet. And a conference will be had. It'll be led by Caleb Cotham, who's only had to go out there once today. That was to talk to Ranger, but wants to give Gregory Soto some time to warm up in the bullpen. The matchup for tomorrow for the Phillies, as far as the pitching matchup goes, it'll be Taijuan Walker against Dakota Hudson. That should be a good one. Jordan Walker is stepping up to the plate as he will step into the batter's box. Everyone is getting back in their positions. Gotham is back now in the dugout. Marte gets set at the letters. Looks back at second. Bat to the plate. First pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball was inside, and Walker just swung right through it. Cardinals dealing with some injuries. Nolan Gorman's on the 10-day IL. And on the same day, Dylan Carlson got injured too. The 0-1 pitch. The ball is blooped out towards the first base side, and thank goodness that's just foul. It was hit in no man's land, and Castellanos gets to it. And Walker goes back to the plate. Also, Jojo Romero. He's missing as well. The Phillies, well, nobody on their active roster's hurt. It's weird to say that because you certainly feel like that there's always somebody that's injured on this team. Rhys Hoskins not on the roster. A runner at second and a runner at first for St. Louis. The 0-2 on the way. Just misses low. Did not get the call from Brian Knight. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Phillies lead at 5-1. Runners are at first and second. Contreras at second. Walker at the plate. The pitch. Strike 3 called. He got him looking on the inside corner. We'll take it. And JT wants to just rally the troops again, if you will, and just get Marte to... Well, they're going to pull him. Couldn't see Rob Thompson coming out there, but then as soon as JT gave him a little pat on the back, that's when you knew that his night is done. He gets the strikeout there. Soto's coming in with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning and 2 runners on. Can he get out of the inning? Only one way to tell. Stay tuned. Okay. So Walker strikes out. Jacqueline's here. What's up, Jacqueline? Thanks for coming on. Hope you're all doing well, guys. It is Saturday night, September 16th. Oh, boy. Still have the 9th inning to go through, and then hopefully that's it. I don't want to jinx it, but this game started at 7:15. We're just at the 2 hour, 17-minute mark. So, that's nice. If you are new to the channel, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, turn on those notification bell icons too, so that way you know when I upload. I haven't seen Kathy on here in a little bit. I'm sure she's been busy. I gotta tell you, man, we have a really nice group of people that come on. I really like that. We're all friendly with one another. I mean, of course, we get some people that, you know, are trolls and whatever, and that is what it is. But just overall, I think we have a really nice group of people. Speaking of nice group of people, if you guys want to not only tune into these casts, but if you want to help out, graphics, moderate the chat, any way that you want to help out, please reach out to me via email, Instagram, Twitter, or Discord. And those links are all down below. They're in the LINKTREE, if you click on that in the description. And I'd love to talk to you guys. Of course, off the air. Here comes Queracuto. And Soto will be facing him First pitch, that's low. And it just goes in the dirt as well. One ball, no strikes. And the 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. So he gets Claracudo to swing at that fastball. The 1-1 grounder pulled over towards the first base side. Stott has it, and Harper has to go back to first, and the throw is in time. He got him. Good play by Stott. He was playing over towards that hole between second and first base. Harper was playing out towards the bag, away from the bag, I should say, and had to rush over to first, and he just turned around and he caught it. And the inning is over. Forgot to mention that. Time to go to the ninth. That's 30. Okay. Three more likes till we get to 40, guys. Let's get to the 40 mark. Also need 5 more subscribers to get to 1,040. Got 29 awesome people that are on here. If you have not hit the thumbs up button, what are you waiting for? Cool. Phillies Baseball is brought to you by Toyota. No, I'm kidding. Keep looking forward. By Trader Joe's. We're here for you. I don't know. I just made that up. I almost said we're here for you every step of the way, but that's Independence Blue Cross. That's their actual slogan. So the Phillies have 5 runs manufactured off of 9 hits. And the Cardinals have only put up 1 run on 5 hits. And Jacob Barnes, been around the block for a little bit. He's now in the Cardinals uniform. He'll be facing the Phillies order here in the top of the 9th. It'll be JT, Casty, and Marsh. If it goes any further than that, then Rojas will be up next. Barnes throws a ball that's down low. And it misses. So it's 1-0. The pitch. Ground ball foul. Like it up, says Fisherman Sam. Yes, sir. Let's do it, guys. Realmuto's 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. Did have a pair of hits, though, yesterday in the series opener. The pitch. Fouled off. One ball, 2 strikes. Barnes with 3 pitches so far in the 9th, and the 1-2. It's popped up, hit out towards right field and foul ground. Walker is there, and he makes the catch. Right in front of the foul ball netting. So JT is now 0 for 4. It's not what you want to see out of him. I mean, it's been a little bit of time where he really just has been in a slump and just not putting up the best quality at-bats. You were hoping that he was trying to change the ties a couple of weeks ago. Just hasn't seemed to be the case. Comes Nick Castellanos, who swings and misses at a cutter at 87. So Dylan Covey will be warming up in the Phillies bullpen, and he will pitch the ninth. It's not a safe situation. The ball is one strike, and the 0-1, that's low. And maybe a little bit outside, a cutter at 88 miles per hour. And I think you can understand, too, because Kimbrel and Alvarado both pitched last night. They both got into bases-loaded jams, and want to kind of save them. The 1-1 pitch is taken on the inside corner for a strike. There's 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. Jacob Barnes on the mound for the Cardinals. And the 1-2 off the plate. He's 33 years old from St. Petersburg, Florida. Played with the Brewers for 4 seasons from 2016 to 2019. The 2-2 delivery, line drive into right center field for a base hit. Edman gets to it as it was over towards the gap, and Nick Castellanos gets on with a single. I like that hit because he wasn't necessarily looking to crush a fastball. Just took it and was like, you know what? I'll buy into it. And he did, and he followed through with the swing and made excellent contact. One away in the top of the ninth, and Castellanos over at first. Marsh comes up, and he gets fooled on a cutter as he swings and misses at it way down low. Marsh is 2 for 2 on the night. The 0-1, that's in there for a strike. Went with a cutter that time. So Barnes spent 4 seasons with the Brewers, 1 season with the Royals, and then he has been all around. Played with the Angels, the Mets, the Blue Jays, the Tigers, the Yankees, and the Cardinals as the 0-2 pitch that's popped up out to shallow center field. And on the run is Edman towards home plate, and he'll stop and make the catch. So after a Nick Castellanos 1-out single, Marsh flies out to center, and Yohan Rojas is coming up to the plate. Before today, Marsh's average, I don't know if we talked about it or not. He was hitting .283 with 10 homers and 53 RBI. First pitch to Rojas, takes that one outside. He's 1 for 2 with a single, a sac bunt, a run scored, and a stolen base. 111 at-bats for him. The 1-0, that's popped up right behind the plate, and that goes out of play. So Jordan Walker, I missed this. They didn't have a graphic up or anything, but he was able to get his 100th hit of the season back in the 4th for the Cardinals. Made the catch out in right field to get JT retired. The 1-1, that's outside and low for a ball 2. And Castellanos will advance over to second base on the defensive indifference. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch, grounder, hit over to third, underneath the glove of Arenado as it goes out into left field. A run's going to come in to score as Castellanos jogs in there safely. And it's an RBI double by Yohan Rojas. Arenado really got beaten up on that play. I mean, it was hit pretty hard, but as he tried to get the glove underneath it, right by his left foot, as he was standing over towards home plate, just was not able to get to it. Actually tried to backhand it. My mistake. And it just went underneath his glove. So that's just an RBI double. Here comes Kyle Schwarber, who takes the first pitch in this at-bat low and outside. Schwarber had a 3-run homer. In this game, he's 1 for 4. He takes that one for a strike on the outside corner. Cardinals in their bottom of the ninth will have Wynn, Edman, and Goldschmidt due up. Wynn covering second base. The 1-1 offering. Bouncer, it's fouled towards the first base side. Turner's average is up to 270, says Larry. One ball, two strikes to Kyle Schwarber. Barnes gets set, kicks, fires. The 1-2 pitch, grounder, it's fouled towards the first base line. There was a foul ball boy that was the Dodgers were playing last night, and Freddie Freeman, I can't remember how many doubles that was that he had in his career, but he hit a double down that right field line, and the foul ball boy thought it was a foul ball and literally threw away the souvenir and gave it to a fan. It was really bizarre. The 1-2 pitch, that's way outside for ball two. Now, I don't know, and I'm sure that he did. I'm sure that he got the ball back. But he probably should have been told that if this were to happen, you have to keep your eyes out on that. The 2-2, that's off the plate for ball three. Whoever the PR person was. That's why you always got to pay attention. The payoff pitch to Schwarber, a grounder that's hooked foul towards the first base dugout. And Kyle will stay alive. 7 pitches in this at-bat alone. The count is full at 3-2. Payoff pitch. Fly ball, it's hit out to left field. It's hooking into foul ground, and it goes out of play again. And we'll do it again. Schwarber has scored 100 runs, has 105 hits on the season. Make that 106. So he was able to get his 44th homer. Three balls, two strikes. Barnes comes set, winds up, delivers the next pitch. Another spoiled pitch as Schwarber fouls that one off again. No, it's going to be Dylan Covey. I just mentioned that. You probably weren't listening. 9 pitches, 5 foul balls. Turner waits in the on-deck circle. The 3-2, strike 3 called, a cutter on the outside corner on the upper third of the strike zone. And Schwarber gets called out looking on strikes for the second time today. Has 197 on the season. And we go to the bottom of the ninth. Last chance for the Cardinals. All right, guys, hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Alpha people, do your magic, man. Do your magic. Do your thing. I give you this content for free. All you got to do is just hit 3 buttons, guys. That's literally it. Just hit the bell icon, the thumbs up buttons, the subscribe button, and then we're done. You don't have to hear from me and hear me say that ever again to you guys that do it. It's for those people that are new and for those people that haven't done so already. Because I know what happens. My name is Jason Joseph. I'm from South Jersey. I'm a broadcaster. Went to Rowan University. That's where I graduated from. Energy tonight has been a little bit low, but we're having a good time. If you enjoy my content, not only should you like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon, but also give me some feedback down below. What do you guys like about this? What do you think is a cool thing that maybe we should implement on here? From a broadcasting perspective, critiques are always welcome, as long as it's fair and it's not something that's offensive. Nice, dude. Man, have you been on here like the whole time? Thanks, man. Saw you at the beginning. This means a lot to me, dude. Well, there's still fans here at Busch Stadium. Wow, that's so cool, man. Thank you. Dylan Covey is in for the Phillies. He'll pitch the bottom of the ninth. He has a 4.15 earned run average, 27 strikeouts, and 39 innings of work. Has allowed 5 homers. Opponents are batting .290 against him. This is not a save situation, but he is 0 for 2 in save opportunities. And once again, 9-1 and 2 are due up for St. Louis. It'll be Wynn, Edman, and Goldschmidt. First pitch, line drive into right field. That's going to drop in for a hit. Takes a couple of bounces right in front of Castellanos as he gets on a knee, and he'll field it properly. There's another leadoff single for Mason Wynn. He was able to do that in the bottom of the third, and he does it here in the bottom of the ninth. You're a great caster. Even when you're not feeling the best, it's amazing. Oh, thank you, dude. Appreciate it. That's very, very nice of you to say. Comes Tommy Edman, and he takes a strike. A cutter at 93. Well, it's maybe a little bit high. I guess it could have gone either way. I wonder what the robotic ump would have called it, because that's going to be interesting to see when they implement those. Started doing that at the minor league level. It's the 0-1. That's low for ball 1. I got to see the pitch clock, the bigger bases, and also the no shift when I was calling games for the Wilmington Blue Rocks last year. I was thinking, man, the games are going by quicker. The 1-1 on the way outside for ball 2. And now, at the beginning of the season, when you're watching Major League Baseball games and you realize how fast the games are going by, it's like, wow, this is wild. But now we're just used to it. And it's funny. 2 balls, 1 strike. Covey comes set at the belt. Lines up and delivers the pitch. Grounder, hit over to shortstop to flip the second. There's one. The throw to first. And Harper can't find it as he tried to dig it out. But Tommy Edman's able to beat out the throw regardless. So there's 1 away in the bottom of the ninth. It was a tough play by Bryce. The throw was a little bit, it hit the dirt. But Stott probably should have made a better throw. So Paul Goldschmidt is due up at the plate. We're in the bottom of the ninth. There's 1 away. Goldschmidt put up an epic battle his last time up. Ended up losing it, though. It's the pitch that swung on and missed. It's for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to Paul Goldschmidt. And the 0-1 offering inside for a ball. Jeff Hoffman was the person that was on the mound that was able to get him to strike out on a payoff pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike to Paul Goldschmidt. Covey winds up, delivers the next pitch. Swing and a miss at 96 miles per hour, and the count is 1-2. Out of Control Gaming says, I never thought I would like the pitch clock, but I just got used to it, like you said, over time. Exactly. The 1-2 on the way. And Goldschmidt holds his horses. That slider was headed towards the dirt, and he did not want to chase after it. Tower O'Neill is up next. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the next pitch, low for ball 3. We will be on tomorrow afternoon at 2:15 p.m. Eastern Time to wrap up this series, and then the Phillies go to Atlanta from Monday to Wednesday, And then they're back home to play the Mets from Thursday to Sunday. The payoff pitch, fouled off. And Goldschmidt, sort of like deja vu from his last time up. Just taking a look at the scoreboard really quickly. The Cubs lead it 3-2 in the bottom of the 6th in Arizona. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Goldschmidt. The next pitch, chopped foul again. And we'll do it again. Astros were down 6-3, but then they ended up scoring 3 runs, and it's now a tie game between the Astros and the Royals. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Covey comes set at the belt, winds up, delivers the pitch. Check swing. Did he go? No. It was inside and low, and Goldschmidt gets on with a walk. And it's starting to get a little bit dramatic with runners over at first and second. I'll give Goldschmidt credit because he certainly made Dylan Covey work for his pitches. Just too bad that Covey wasn't able to come out on the other side. And time is called as Tyler O'Neill will step into the batter's box. And the conversation will be headed by Caleb Cotham, the Phillies pitching coach, as all the infielders gather for the conference. There's 1 out in the bottom of the 9th. So the Phillies are up 6-1. How did they get all their runs, Jason? Well, in the top of the 1st, Al Bowman an RBI single. He was out in between 1st and 2nd after trying to extend that into a double. Caleb Cotham will head back towards the dugout. Alvarado now getting loosened up in the bullpen. Brandon Marsh has a sac fly in the top of the 2nd. And in the bottom of the 3rd, Goldschmidt was able to get an RBI double. Kyle Schwarber then hit a 3-run homer in the top of the 5th off of Miles Mikolas. And the Phillies would get 1 back on a sac fly by Yohan Rojas. First pitch to O'Neill. Fly ball. It's hit out to center field. Rojas backs up. He'll make the catch. And the throw over to 3rd. It's cut off. It was actually a pretty long throw. I thought that Turner was going to cut it off, but decided not to. So 1 pitch, and it's a fly out in that at-bat. The Cardinals, they're down to their final out. It's all up to Nolan Arenado to keep the game alive. Nolan's 0 for 4, lined out, grounded into a fielder's choice, also grounded out, and he struck out as well. First pitch in this at-bat, swing and a miss on a slider at 88, right down the pipe. Cardinals are looking to score with runners at 1st and 3rd with 1 out, in case you're wondering. Phillies have a 2.5 game lead over them in that first wild card spot. The pitch off the plate. 6-1 Philadelphia. There's 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th, 2 runners on for the Cardinals. And the pitch low again for ball 2. Also have football going on tomorrow. Interested to see how things go in that world. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the 2-1 offering low and outside for ball 3. Wilson Contreras waits in the on-deck circle. He has gotten on base all 4 times today. 3-1 is the count. The pitch. That's low, and that's going to load the bases. And now it has become a save situation. If Rob Thompson decides to pull the plug, he's at the stairwell, but I think he's going to stick to his guns here. I don't see if anybody's warming up in the bullpen. I'm sure that there has to be somebody warming up. Bases loaded in the bottom of the 9th. The first pitch, it's a strike to Contreras. You just want to get ahead in the count and establish the pitches early on. And that's what he did in this at-bat so far. The ball's one strike. And the 0-1 pitch, a grounder, hit over to shortstop. Turner has it, flips over to first, and that's the ball game. The Phillies win 6-1, and they take game 2 of this 3-game set. And have also won all 5 games so far that they played against St. Louis in the season series. So they win 6-1, and they hang on. The Cardinals leave the bases loaded in the 9th inning for the 2nd night in a row. And the Phillies were able to get 11 hits and score 6 runs. And the player of the game, of course, is Kyle Schwarber. They did not have to go to another reliever there. Thank goodness that it all worked out. And the Phillies are now 3 games above the Chicago Cubs. Again, it can go down to 2.5 or it can go up to 3.5, depending on the result of what happens out in Arizona. The Diamondbacks, by the way, they're playing against the Chicago Cubs. They are actually 1.5 games behind the Cubs in that second wild card spot. So that's absolutely wild for sure. Ranger Suarez is able to get his 3rd win of the season, also his 3rd win on the road. He still is winless at home. So he's now 3-6. Miles Mikolas gets charged with the loss. He's now 7-11 on the season. Ranger went 6 innings, had 5 strikeouts, 4 hits allowed, 1 earned run. And you go back to that bases loaded situation in the 3rd inning. When he was able to get out of that, that was really huge. And that probably would have been the turning point if the Cardinals were able to take him out of the game. So, good job by Ranger to get out of that jam and to just be able to cruise on after that. All right, I'm going to sign off for now. My name is Jason Joseph. Thank you all so much for tuning in, man. Had them all the way. JJ, another great call. Let's go, says Out of Control Gaming. Beautiful win. Yeah, sorry that you weren't able to get your Schwarber. All right. That's his yeah, that's right. Christopher Kelly. Thanks again, JJ. Thanks so much for coming on here, dude. I appreciate it. Means a lot. Have a great night, JJ. What a great game. What a great game calling. Go, go, Phils. Yes, yes, sir, man. Hope you feel better tomorrow. Good night, JJ. Yes, okay. Lots of rest. We're going to have to get rest tonight. And I'll see you guys tomorrow afternoon at 2:15 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, Lila Tov, everybody. Good night. And also Happy New Year to those people that celebrate Rosh Hashanah. Peace out.